Before making the flying machine mechanics, there's something we have to do real quick. And for that, we're gonna have to get a dropper. And place them both facing towards each other like this. Then you want to grab out a comparator and place it facing that way. Now you want to place a block over there, a redstone torch, and 6 dust. Finally, you want to put one and only one item into our dropper. Now finally, we want to get our observers. And string them down like this. And then finally place a block at the end. Goal is when this whole block reaches up here, then it'll power this dispenser, unpowering this torch and unpowering all these pistons. So for example, if we do this right now, so since we gave an update here, this happened. Let's just leave it in this state right now for reasons we'll later explain. Okay, so now we can test our flying machines. But first, every time we test our flying machines, we always must make sure that this is powered. Now it's time to explain why we did this. We can also do this. But the reason is so that when this flying machine comes up, it gets stopped by this piston. But also, this observer gets updated, which, as you know, removes the piston, updating it to go back downwards. So, if we were to power this flying machine chain right now, it would go up and then it would go back down. So, just to do that, let's quickly make a circuit for, well, not really a circuit, it's like 3 stuff. It's just like this and this and this. That's like literally it. But this should, in theory, work and make the flying machines work. So yeah, that's basically what's supposed to happen. The only problem is we must make sure that this gets powered only once the thing is done with its complete cycle. And luckily for us, there is this observer that we used earlier to unpower this piston. So we might as well use it again. So let's take out a sticky piston. Actually, we'll need the comparator. Now you want to place the sticky piston here, and you want to grab yourselves a composter. Anything that can like power a comparator would work. Just make sure don't use a redstone blocking repeater, as that won't work. It has to be something that can only power a comparator. Then you take a, let's just quickly find something to fill this thing. So like, let's just say wheat or something. I don't know. And now that we have our wheat, we can just fill it. Obviously, this process will be different if you're using other things to power the comparator. Now, place some obsidian over here. And on each of these, put a redstone dust. Let me just check real quick. Yes, put a redstone dust on each of these. Then we just place our repeater over here on 4 ticks. Then we place a block here and a 2 over to direct the redstone. Basically, we do not want this redstone powering this piston, as obviously that would be bad. So we instead just have it go into here, making sure it doesn't power the piston. Then it's just a huge observer chain. So let's quickly do that. So what we need to do for the observer chain is to get a piston and an observer, and we will also make that slabs. Although it's better to just use glass, I guess. Now what we want to do is get our sticky piston, put it here, put this here, and then we want to get ourselves a hopper. Place this hopper here and replace this with a glass, because we don't want this powering the hopper, otherwise it'll become a loop. Then we just create coming out of it. And boom, our giant observer chain is finished. And it now is basically, when this gets powered and this observer comes here, it powers this going through here into here. It does not power this piston because of the rail, but it powers this piston, powering all this, and then the powering, well, our thing. So let's just test that real quick. And remember, before ever testing our thing, we always need to do this and power and do this. By the way, I just realized that's going to unpower, so we can repower it. Like that. So now we can test our thing. Good. We can create an observer over here. All these over here. And then put redstone dust spanning this tree. So when we power this, this piston turns back on. Now, if you were to repower this, you should see that the tape closes again.